and Scales. Today we are going to be doing a reptile update video. The fish update and new fish that I just got. I made a video. It should be already posted before this one, so definitely go give that one a look. But today we're just going to be focusing on reptiles. So we're going to start with my bearded dragon that I picked up from one of the guys that I work with who no longer wanted it. People that saw the original video of me scaping this tank and bringing it up and everything, it looks different now. I took out the plants and gave the beardy a little bit higher basking spot so it would get a little bit warmer. Also gave her a little bit more levels to it so she could cool off and warm up if she needs to. I got a water dish in the front left corner. I just made her salad for the day. And then I got a hide underneath her main basking spot. I've had her for about 2 months now, I would say, and she's been doing really good. Haven't seen any issues out of her. She looks really healthy. She's been doing great. She just likes to chill and hang out up there on her little basking area. Sometimes she likes to go in her hide and sleep. That's her favorite thing to do, is go in that hide and sleep. But yeah, so she's doing good. That's a little update on her. Tank's doing well, other than having to remove the plants because they were both kind of not looking healthy in there. So it also took up a lot of room. So just wanted to give her more space and also try and save those so that I could keep using them or put them on display in my room somewhere or something. But yeah, she's doing great. Let me see if I can't get her out. Oh. Her colors are really, really nice. Very pretty beardy. She's got like a fiery orange on her beard and her legs, and then she's got like a whitish tone to her body as well. She's getting a little fired up, but we'll put her back. She's doing really great. Seems to be enjoying her new tank setup. So that's it on her. She's doing good. Still really healthy. I'm giving her baths once every 2 weeks or week and a half whenever I feel like she needs it, or I see her poop. So yeah, all in all, she's doing good. Super happy to have her. Glad she's enjoying her tank and her new setup. And yeah, so that's it for her. We're going to go ahead and move on to the leopard geckos and the crocodile geckos. Alright, so now we're right next door at the leopard gecko tank. These are my leopard geckos, Spot and Loco, and then I have a crocodile gecko in there as well. I'm not sure if he's going to come out, but Spot is definitely loving the camera. He is not camera shy. He likes to come to the edge of the tank. Every time I open it, he's there. I've had him for, oh man, probably 10 years now. And that was my very first reptile. And he's been along for the ride since the beginning. So I love him. This tank is a good size for them. I plan on maybe redoing it. It's been the same for about a year now, a little over a year, probably more like a year and a half. But I eventually do want to do something different for them. Maybe give them some more room. Maybe even build a bigger tank for them and add some more leopard geckos and see where that goes. I definitely want to get some more crocodile geckos for this tank because they are so interesting. They're very cool, very, very cool to have. They're pretty active. I haven't seen any issues with the crocodile geckos being in here with Spot and Loco. They all seem to cohabitate pretty well. They don't really bother each other because I think it's just because crocodile gecko likes to be up there in this driftwood and the other sticks and hang out, and then Spot and Loco kind of like to hang out in their hides more often. Sometimes they'll sit out, but even during feeding, when they see each other, they don't have any issues. So they're doing great. The tank's doing okay. It's gone through a few different changes. Their hides are, some of them are filling up with some of their poop, so I might have to redo this tank sooner than later so that I can have a little bit more access and not let them just build up and get dirty that way. But we'll see when that will be. But so far, I mean, for now, it's good. They got their own hides. They got enough substrate in there to dig and burrow underneath some sticks. I know that big piece of driftwood in the back there has a little hide underneath it. They've dug out, and they like to go hide under there too, other than just the two hides. But Loco's over here if you want to try and get Loco on camera. That's one of the hides back there that I made out of excavator clay. It's probably too dark to see in there. But Loco's back there. But yeah, Spot's super healthy. He's been doing really good. He's doing no, excuse me. He's doing pretty good for his age, so I'm really happy that I've been able to keep him as long as I have. He's the one that got me into the hobby in the first place. Before him, I used to catch anoles outside and stuff and try and keep them, but he was my first purchased reptile. I'm gonna see if I can't find this crocodile gecko somewhere. Normally, if I kind of fidget around, I'll see him move. He could be anywhere in here. Oh, you might not see him today. I have some pictures of him up on my Instagram if anyone's curious to what he looks like. But that's the leopard geckos and the crocodile gecko. They're all doing good. So we should be able to keep them around for a good little while longer and hopefully upgrade their tank and then use this tank for something else and put these guys in a big community type tank for leopards. It's just going to have to be massive because of how big they are and how territorial they can get. So we'll see about doing one of those in the future, but that's going to be it for this tank. We're going to go ahead and move on to the tanks in my bedroom. Alright, so this right here is I estimate to be about 45, 50, maybe 60 gallon tropical tank. In here I have 4 tree frogs, 2 crusties, and 1 Madagascar day gecko. And the reason why they're all in here is because when I moved back from Fort Myers, Florida, I didn't have a whole lot of tanks, and so I tried to cohabitate them, and it's worked out. So I've never changed it. I plan on building a much larger enclosure here in the next few months. I'll probably be posting a video on it, and it's going to have a waterfall and a fish tank in it as well. It's probably going to be about 200 something gallons if I had to guess once I get done with it, but it'll be this on a scale of probably about 3 or 4 times the size of this one. So, but getting into the tank's been doing really good. Most of the plants are doing well. Some plants are struggling more than others. I have like a little mini kind of like bonsai type tree in the back right that grows those kind of palm leaves, and it's done great, as you can tell. I mean, it's really kind of filling in that back right corner, so I'm so happy that thing's still doing good. I got a few other plants. I got some pothos in there, and it grows very well. It's vining all the way up the right side of the tank. I wish it would come more to the left, but it hasn't yet. So, but in the middle of the tank, I have a plant that I don't remember the name of, but it's very, very vibrant. It's got like a bunch of yellows and reds and some orange spots on it, so I've enjoyed having that one. And then there's just a bunch of random tropical plants you can buy from the pet store. And then I think there's some bromeliad in there. There's some grass in the back of it, back right. I just kind of tried to plant the back of the tank very heavily and have some plants and sticks that would come out towards the front to break up sight lines, so that with all the geckos and tree frogs that are in there, they don't really see each other that much, and there's plenty of places for all of them to hide and get away from each other. And really, you got the cresties who will either be up or down, so those guys don't really get into each other too much. And then you got the day gecko, which is always on the top of the tank. I know he's ready for more space upwards vertically, so I'm working on that for him. And then the tree frogs do great. They kind of just all like to huddle up together and sit in front of the misters most of the time. I have 3 different species of tree frogs in there. I have a green tree frog, just a regular green tree frog. I have 2 white tree frogs, and then I have a slant-eyed tree frog in there. Or an emerald eye, not a slant-eyed, an emerald eye tree frog. And they all do great. They don't ever fight. I don't ever see any issues with them or see any nippings on their body. The day gecko, I've seen some scales missing on sometimes, but every time I come back and look at him, he's either healing up or he's getting bigger. So I don't really hear anything from him either. So I know he's doing all right. I've had him in this tank, and I've had them together for over 2 years now, and they're all still doing great and growing and very healthy. I see them out all the time, so I'm really happy with how this is turning out and being able to keep all of them alive. But like I said, I'm going to upgrade this tank, scale it up about 4 times the size, more plants, more pothos for sure up on the wall, some more mosses, water features, maybe a small tree, and then a bunch of sticks and hiding places on the back of the tank for all the geckos that will be in there, and tree frogs. I'll make sure I have lots of hiding places for them. But overall, this tank's done great. Can't complain about it. Every plant I planted in here, for the most part, except for one, has survived. So yeah, not really any issues in here. I think that's going to be it. Have you been able to see them all? I'm going to see if I can't find some. We got the white tree frog is up here. That's one of the white tree frogs that I have. I can't remember if he was in the last video or not, but he's they're cool. They're kind of more of a chubbier tree frog. They're very loud. They like to make noise. They've definitely been croaking since I've got them. So if you're interested in one, make sure you're ready for some noise, because that will happen. And then we got the green tree frog up here, right next to the white tree frog. Like I said, they don't mind being next to each other and hanging out. And then let me see if I can't find some more of the tree frogs. Oh yeah, there's the emerald eye tree frog. That one doesn't come out as much as the other ones do, but he's very pretty. He's got some nice colors. He's up here on top of the, you can see him from the top there, yeah. See, those guys just like to chill together. They don't mind. 2 different species of tree frogs just chilling, hanging out. And then the cresties we probably won't be able to see just because of it's daytime and they like to hide. But that's going to be it for this tank. We're going to go ahead and move over to... Now this tank right here is one of my favorites. The plants are growing in it, some of the best. So I got 3 crested geckos in here. I'm pretty sure 2 are female, 1's male. And I've had them together for half a year, a little over half a year now. And all of them seem to be doing good. They all kind of grew up together. So they've been around each other for so long. I don't think they're going to have any issues. None of them have dropped their tails. They're all growing fantastic, so I don't think we'll have any issues with them. But let me show you some of these guys in here. There's the first one. I'm not too sure the morph or the name of this cresty, but my girlfriend had it when I met her, and so I kind of just put it in the bigger tank while it was smaller. Told her I would help her grow a little quicker, and she's done exactly that. When I got her, she was probably the size of a penny. She was really small. So now that she's getting to be about, 10 inches long. She looks really healthy. And then their tank is pretty nicely planted. The big plant that Cheeto's on right now is actually just one plant. It's grown that well, and it's just blowing up back there. I have a few plants on the foreground. I don't remember the name of this one exactly, but it's got some really nice yellow splattered leaves, and it's been doing great growing new leaves. When I planted it, it was probably only in that much of the area. It didn't have much going on. And then I planted this plant in here. Very vibrant reds, greens, yellows on that one. It's done great. And it's pretty interesting. And then I have a pothos in the back right of that tank, and it's growing exactly how I wanted it to. I'm hoping it, vines up the back corner of the tank and then comes on down the log a little bit and back around the back of the tank. And then I have a few little other foreground plants that you can't see as well, like this one here. This is a pretty good sized one right here, and it's just growing fantastically. It's growing right up next to this plant. No issues with it. And then I got another little plant back here that's still growing, still keeping alive. Let's see if we can't get my pretty one out. Definitely my prettiest gecko I own, besides the day gecko. And she's not been handled much. She's pretty fired up right now. Actually just pooped on my hand, I think. Yeah. Well, this right here is Dorito. Very beautiful Cresty. She's a little fired up right now. She's got really nice colors. I think she's an Axanthic. I'm not 100% sure of the coloration or patterns on her, but she's insane. Very young gecko. I don't even think she's a year old yet, but she's kind of ridiculous. It's hard to hold her. But she's really pretty. Definitely my prettiest gecko. I would like to breed her if I can with one of the other males because of her defined pattern down her back and her color in general. It's beautiful. She's like a burnt sienna orange. I really just kind of stressed her out, so I hope she'll be alright. And then my big male that I am 100% positive is a male is so hard to find because I don't know where he is ever. Sometimes he's in this coconut. He's not in there today. He is hiding from the camera. He does not want to be on camera or be in the video at all. But his name is Fabio, and he is large. He's a big boy. He's definitely runs this tank for sure. Sometimes they like to get under this moss. I've seen it a few times with the Cresties in that other tank. They like to hide under the moss occasionally. I'm not seeing springtails, which is good, but I'm not seeing Fabio. But yeah, so this tank's doing great. It kind of just sits in the window. I mist it once a day. I try to mist it once a day. Even if I do miss misting it, every morning I wake up, this tank has dew on it. When I'm trying to keep it humid, this tank has dew on it. It's almost turned into a greenhouse. I don't have to spray it that often, so this thing's kind of just doing its own thing. It just cycles itself. All the wood and plants have settled in so well. It's really nice to look at, and all the geckos are comfortable. They all just kind of hide back there in the plants on the back wall, but at night they're all out and moving. So, and this right here to the right of the tank is the aloe that used to be in the Beardy tank that the Beardy just trampled and destroyed. So we're going to try and see if we can't save that. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but we will see. But yeah, so this tank's gorgeous. Really enjoyed having it. It's probably been around for, like I said, half a year, a little over half a year, and hadn't skipped a beat. I haven't had anything die. I haven't had any plants die. I've had nothing in that tank die. I've just had it thrive since I put it together. So it's one of my better successes. Wish it had a drainage layer, but that's the only complaint I have about it. But that's it for that tank. We'll go ahead and move on over to the anoles. So I'm not sure if I put this tank on the channel yet or not, but this is a tank I just made one weekend because I got bored. I tried to film, but the quality of the filming wasn't great. But this tank right here is just kind of a random setup. I originally was maybe going to move one of the Cresties out of the tank it's in right now and move it in here, but I ended up not doing that and just keeping it empty for now. And the plants have grown great. The moss on the bottom and the grasses have grown great. I found some of the plants in there just off the ground outside, like these grass plants right here on the right side. Those are from the ground, and then this grass is just from outside as well. So in this tank is just 2 plants that I bought from Walmart. I thought they looked cool, so I figured I'd buy them and put them in here. And then I bought a piece of cork bark for the background. I think I want to buy some small golden geckos or maybe some house geckos and put like 10 of them in here or something. Or if I can't find some geckos somewhere to put in here. But I think I'm either going to put small geckos or small tree frogs. I don't know if I could keep dart frogs in here. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. But if people think I could keep dart frogs in here, that might be what ends up going in here. So I enjoy this tank. It doesn't, it doesn't have anything in it, but it's kind of just like a little terrarium setup with natural plants, and it just thrives. I've had it set up for about 3 months. All the plants are growing and continue to look green, so no complaints on this one. Enjoy having it. I'm glad I set it up. I just need to find something to put in it, and then I think it'd be set. But this right here is just kind of a design that I want to keep throughout all my tanks, especially kind of separate the rooms. So like the room we just came from with the desert animals in it, you got the beardy, which is from the desert in Australia, and then you got the cresty, or not the crested geckos, the leopard geckos, which are from Turkey, I think. And then if I remember correctly, with the crocodile gecko, I think he's from Egypt. So you got those guys in there, and then you got all the tropical geckos and lizards in here, and they're all doing great. I'm very happy that I've been able to keep them alive. Definitely want to upgrade some of them because they're just, in my opinion, they're not in cages that are big enough for them, and I try and keep all my animals in with plenty of space, because having animals in captivity, especially bigger ones like the bearded dragon, I want them to have space where they're living. So I'm going to build bigger tanks for most of the animals I have now, and then the tanks that will end up being empty when I build the bigger ones will either be grow out tanks for the babies if I can get them to reproduce, or I'll just put smaller geckos in there and build little scapes like these. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this one, I think. We're going to go ahead and call it here. But if you enjoy watching these videos, if you enjoy seeing the tanks and all the reptiles and fish and everything else that I've gotten here, please subscribe. I think my next video I post, unless people want another update or I end up getting another reptile or I just get given a tank or something crazy like that happens possibly, the next video is probably going to be me building the 200 to 300 gallon tropical tank for my 2 cresteds and my Madagascar day gecko, and then the tree frogs. And then whenever I do build that tank, I'll probably end up moving the 3 that are in there in with them, and then buying more tree frogs because it's going to be massive. It's going to be a lot, probably the biggest tank I've ever owned and definitely built. So whenever I can get done with that and get it set up, and I'll post step-by-step processes on it, but definitely be looking for that video. And yeah, so subscribe, please leave suggestions, can't even talk correctly, in the comments to let me know what you want me to post next, or what you'd like to see next. More reptiles that I could maybe get, or just questions that I can answer in the next video. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in.